Another live broadcast here into the close, and try something a little different where I just broadcast for 10-15 minutes to make it a little bit more like an approachable, structured video. I don't know about you, but I don't know. It's a little boring to watch an entire live. So we're into the close here. Do a little bit of education. I want to remind everybody that I am promoting my free ebook, Prop Done Right. You can find it in the description below, so check that out if you're tired of blowing up prop accounts and you want to understand how these programs are actually structured and how to give yourself a fighting chance at having a go at it. You might want to check out Prop Done Right. There's also a 10-video course, also free. I don't sell any courses or indicators or software or paid discords or anything like that. Just a trade room that you can try out for 2 weeks, and if you dig what we're doing, you can decide to become a member. That's about it. But a good way to find out about what we're doing here is to check out that Prop Done Right there. So give that a little go. What we're looking at here is I do have some CQG up where I was doing some options trading today, and I am in a short put at the 56.75 level. So what I was doing is essentially trading short positions against that. Let me see if I bring one up right here. So I've been trading in this range here. I'm flat now. I'm looking to sell the 56.29s and the 56.43s. There's the market on close orders just came in, and not a whole lot of much going on here. I'm resting orders here on the Dow Jones at the blue line, which is -1, and the pink line, which is +1. Keep it pretty simple. If you're not familiar, if the range is more than 60% of the 7-day ATR, it's going to get a little wonky. Then the cash session, over 85% of price action is going to take place between two standard deviations. When we get range expansion, what other people call volatility, which is what's happening right now, we're going to actually see 90 to 100% of price take place within two standard deviations, giving you ranges that you can work off of. There's really only a couple things that matter in high probability trading. That's volatility and volume. There's a lot of people who like to get snarky and say, well, you need an order book up, or you have to do whatever you have to do, look at order flow. None of that really matters. I teach and show what I'm doing here because it's easier for people to just look at a line, right? This is a line, this is a line. And trading it live today across, let me see if I can grab this over here. It's not letting me. This broadcast is really slowing down my machine. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Let's close this. All right. It doesn't look like it's going to let me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me see if I can close this. Oh, I don't want to close it because it's the active tab now. So I'm connected over here to Tastyworks, Tasty Trade. I don't remember what they call it. And sold the spike high that happened this morning after the CPI, and then bought here and bought here. Already had a 2-lot on, and then covered, and now I'm still in a 3-lot. And this is just micro Dow. It's $456. So micros make money, and that's what I talk about in the Prop Done Right. I don't even know if, hopefully this is working. I always go through this where it doesn't bring up the live over here on my YouTube. Oh, here we go. Okay. So let me just check the chat real quick, make sure that picture and sound's all right, and there's some people here. Okay. Let me turn this off. Let me just check the chat real quick. All right. Did anyone chat anything? I don't know. Oh, hey, Todd. How you doing? Okay. So the other thing is I wanted to just do a quick broadcast also as a little training opportunity for members of our group, which is that you'll hear me say during this week and last week that there's just a lot of opportunity, and I know that that can frustrate people when they're hitting their daily risk budgets and feeling like they're fighting this downtrend and can't catch a bounce. So in our Discord channel, there was some good conversations about the adjustments that you need to make for these environments. And I've talked about this a lot. It's the concept of developing situational fluency. Understanding that we all heard this term, markets are dynamic, but how do we make adjustments to adjust for the dynamic nature of the markets? Well, it all starts with ATR, right? Which is understanding what your actual range or expected range is over a particular session. We use a 7-day ATR, take out the weekends, and that gives us pretty close to what the 23-hour range might look like. And right now, for instance, on the S&P, it's about 124 points. On the Dow Jones, it's almost 785. So when you go into a trading session knowing that, yes, you do have to make adjustments. You can reduce your size. You can say, okay, I can't trade the -1s anymore. I have to wait for the -2s, or I have to wait for a deep move into the range level, right? Remember today on the Dow Jones, while we were spiking up here, right? We didn't get outside day. This is still a bear continuation pattern. And if you wanted to be patient, I know it's all easy in hindsight, you just wait for this level here. And if you do not have the risk budget to handle 230s down to the absolute low of 51s, then you're doing something wrong, right? Now, all along this fall, you could have been buying the -2s on the stay in your lane, and I get it. I get that that's painful, but you know this is the level. And today on the NASDAQ, I was saying the same thing. I was saying the 400s, and you know I put it in Discord, right? Right. I mean, I actually put it in the room before it ended. I mean, it was 400 to the tick. And if I'm wrong there, then you just wait for the bid zone. This was our sell put zone, right? So I was saying, I don't know why this key doesn't work anymore. This hotkey does something else. Now it does volume. Used to be a hotkey for this, but if we put our text in here, this is the sell put zone with like both hands around the 250 strike if we can get it. I don't think, I was asking today if we, none of us know, are the lows in for the week? With what's coming out of Washington and the reactions to it, I mean, you never know. But they certainly defended yesterday's POC by about 70 points. ATR on the NASDAQ right now is up to 579, right? We were trading 250s not too long ago, right? Just trading 250s. So now remember, a lot of this is inside baseball. If you're not familiar with anything that I just said, that's fine. That's why I encourage you to check out Prop Done Right, find out a little bit about what we're doing here. It's micros only. What I did was I put in Discord a screenshot of where did I put it under daily? Right here. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but if I move this out of the way, oops, I don't want to do that. Oh, I want to make this smaller. Oh. There we go. Make that smaller so that you can see these symbols. M2K, MES, MNQ, MYM. And that was $545 in profit. Micros make money, everybody. Now, is this all I do? No, it's not all I do. But who cares all I do? What I'm here to do, and the reason I'm broadcasting right now, is to help the vast, 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 vast majority of people that should be trying out these prop programs because they're great learning tools, that should be keeping their costs low when they do them, very, very low, that should not be resetting, that should not be trading minis. Just yesterday, I was able to take about $8,800 out of 4 different prop firms, and I tracked my exact cost basis on all those accounts. Over at Apex, my cost basis was $96 for those accounts per account, and took $2,750 out of a couple of them. Not looking to grow them, not putting on minis, not gambling, just doing it the way it's described in the Prop Done Right book. All right, we got a few more minutes here. So let me just get back to the point I wanted to make about how to stay in the game on something like the Dow today. Okay, this is the CPI punch right here. Our offer zone would have been up here. I didn't draw it in, right? We go from, I mean, you could pick R1. I'm not going to take it all the way down to here. I would use R1 and I just put our offer zone in, you know, this structure over here. There's the offer zone right below the T line there, right? And so there's the 536 candle. Here's where we start trading, right? And it just tanks. And as this is happening on the stay in your lane, if we come over here, right? We remember where we were, right? Brutal, right? Now minus two's work. First time, now you're taking heat, right? Slope is not good. Your risk budget, da-da-da-da. So, but if you were on every -2 and never playing around in here, the key, guys, on days like this is you have to be able to control your risk and stay in the game for the bounce. Does the bounce always happen? No, it didn't happen on Monday, right? But in these types of conditions with 800-point ATRs on the Dow Jones, when it's down 800 points, and whoa, it wasn't down 800 points. Yes, it was. Let's measure. This price action counts, right? This price action counts. Buyers and sellers all the way down. Measure this to just right in here, let alone to here. There's a full ATR. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you guys get this now? There's a full ATR. You have to buy the full ATR. Or I put it this way, not you have to buy. You have to have risk budget yet to do this, especially on the long side. Lean into times like this because on the short side, it is treacherous. Things get so overbought and rip so high when they're on the upside, right? Remember, the vast majority of the market is long. It's long only. You're not playing, you know, you have the wind at your back when you're long because you also have the benefit of squeezes, right? You have the benefit of getting of short squeezes that are going to take the market up if you're long. Right? So the critical factor here, folks, is I know it's hard to see in the moment. And I understand also that, hey, well, Rod, your trade room's only open from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. That's Pacific Standard Time, right? From 8:30 to 10 Central. I got to trade right then. Well, you don't always have to trade, or you can reduce your size. You can always look at the higher time frame first. Now, the other important part is I have seen that some people have been hitting their daily risk budgets a couple days in a row. That's also fine. If your daily risk budget is set properly, the way we describe it in Prop Done Right, you're going to stay in the game. You're going to be fine. But you do need to add to your skill set how to handle days like this so that you have really nice profitable days. Or even yesterday was, for one of my tracking accounts, was one of the better days that I can remember. That's $1,725. Look how much made on the NASDAQ for the whole session. Daily P&L of $982. $1,000 trading MNQ, MES, MNT, M2K. I even put myself in a timeout from micro Bitcoin until yesterday. Has anyone had to put themselves in a timeout from crypto futures? All right, so we're after time here, so I want to make sure I don't get filled on anything. I'm going to go ahead and cancel all my orders.
Order canceled.
Get flat there. Do not want to be a buyer here. I'm going to leave my sell orders here in case some wacky thing happens and the market rips higher. peace in the Middle East or whatever. Let's hope for all those things. Peace everywhere. Such a shame that you're supposed to buy when bombs fly, right? It's terrible. All right, let me see. There are not many people watching, so I don't know if anyone has any questions. I can answer a question right now before I drop. I just wanted to make this a really quick one, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe I'll do this more often so we can address sort of what happened during that trade session, and then I'll make it public as well. Again, quick shameless plug, not that shameless, to check out Prop Done Right. It's in the description below. I'll also pin a comment if you're watching this afterwards. It's about 60 pages, although there's big font in a lot of the pages and pictures, so you can get through it. And then you also get a 10 video course with one lesson emailed to you every day. If you can call it a lesson, it's basically me reading the chapter to you. Some people don't like to read. Oh, the Futures Desk. I did mention the Futures Desk the other day, and I was supposed to have a conversation with them, and I did not. So it got delayed. The two guys, Josh and Brian, were not able to do it. But let me show you the Futures Desk over here. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know if you were. So I don't know much about them yet at all, other than I was thoroughly happy when I came in and logged in the first time and saw that my net lick, the value of my account, was 0, which is how this is supposed to work, folks. From the very beginning, the value is supposed to be 0. All along, Ninja doesn't even let you set a sim account value at 0. You have to put $100 in it or something. Of course, because they don't want you to think you can trade with no money. But stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be talking to them soon. They seem to be doing it just the way I like, which is slow and steady. I think this account, you can only trade 2 minis or 20 micros. 2 minis is way too much. Anything more than 5 micros is too much. I believe the profit objective is about $2,000 or something. And I'm up 816, and this is only trading 2 micros on any given position. Let me make sure I don't have any orders here. Yeah. So stay tuned for that, because that could be what it looks like in the future, where all this multiple accounts per firm and all that goes away. So that's everything that's in Prop Done Right, folks. Keep your costs low. You know, I, like others, have been promoting low-cost firms, Bullinox, Apex, some others. There's others that are more. But if you can keep your all-in cost around $250 per $2,000 of risk. So here's what I mean. You know, you pay for whatever is $100. Maybe there's a $150 activation fee. That's even high. You should be able to keep your costs completely under $200. Read the Prop Done Right book. Do it that way. Start with the Dow and implement these things, and you can get access to $2,000 worth of risk capital that you should treat like $2,000. Once you have that, you only risk $200 to $250 a day. You'll stay in the game. You'll build the skill, and eventually you'll have the kind of payouts that you're seeing we have. So I show this quite a bit because I see a lot of other stuff out there about passing programs and then, you know, huge payouts, and we have some huge payouts in ours as well, but don't want to emphasize that as much. So here's one of the superstars in our group, been around for a while, Ray. 1,076 micros only, adding when he's in a micro trend. Here's another, well, man, he just took another. So he took 22.34 just the other day. All right, so thanks for reminding me on that. How do you mitigate risk in tasty options 0 DTE? I can't really get into options today. I don't teach or do anything with regular equity options. Everything I do is with futures options, and with options on futures, the risk mitigation is awesome, right? Because each contract only represents one of the underlying. So in my group, I did a whole mastermind for members on this whole topic. the futures options, especially on micros like the MES, are the best kept secret, and believe me, they're a secret because I don't know if you can see this right here. Look at this open interest. Total volume of the 5,600 puts and calls today, 84 contracts and 193 contracts. Crazy. Especially with vol where it's at. So when you get down here, where's this chart here? Whoops, where'd it go? Now it's not bringing it up. Okay. Market's coming down right here to 5,600. Go long or instead sell a put and probably get paid. Who knows? We got a few more days. This is the Friday expiration, right? The Friday expiration. There you go. So you can buy or you can get paid $250. Let's see who's paying attention. What is the Discord link? So we give you that if you come in and do a trial. Our Discord has a free section and a member section. So I'll put the Discord link in here for the free. Here you go. Our Discord's pretty cool, but it's mostly the members area. We don't do a whole lot in the free area here. We keep it pretty simple. Can you go through the setup for using NinjaTrader? Sure, it's all included in the trial. Just go through the trial. So for instance, over here on my website, there's the ebook. If you go to Try TDG, go to this page right here. Get the NinjaTrader platform, install the Ninja bars, and then once you're in the trial, you get all the information from hidden. Use the copy button. Oh, I don't know. It didn't allow me to put the Discord link in there, or I screwed something up. Let me see. Hidden use copy button. Why is it doing that? I don't know. You can join Discord over on the website too. Just scroll down on the website and there's Discord on there. All right, that's it. Moral of the story today, folks, make sure you understand the volatility environment for what you're trading. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this. What is the expected range? What is the ATR? What is the trend of the ATR? Obviously, it's going up. As markets get more volatile, the range expands. What do you do there? You get heavier in options because you're getting paid premium, especially if you're short, which is what we are. By the way, I love these comments the other day. It's like, you can't describe an option as you're short a put. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how people... Oh, okay, sorry. I've been doing it 33 years. Sorry. I make markets and I don't know the terminology. It's my fault. I apologize. Check with Robinhood. I'm sure they do it. I'm sure they describe it correctly. Anyway, if you're selling premium, this is the time that you want to be looking at using options as a proxy. Short options, not leaps or calls. Don't buy calls or buy puts in the futures markets. Makes no sense. And on the flip side, with the underlying, you want to reduce your potential size, understand where those levels are, look for the extremes before you get involved, and make sure you do everything within your power to keep your powder dry, keep your emotional capital low so that you can catch some of these bounces. Because they're going to be furious, folks. Mark my words, there's a likely 700-800 point NASDAQ bounce somewhere in the next couple weeks. All right? There'll be a 700, probably a 1,000 point Dow move, 700 to the upside. Do you sell it? I don't know. Everyone's always like, where do I re-enter short? And they're the higher time frames. I'm a day trader. Try to make money every day in the markets or not lose much. You do that, and you can stack these wins, use these prop programs to I've said this before, I don't know if anyone's followed my content. I started trading in 1994. I started trading the E-mini in 1997 on the very first day it traded in September of 1997. And then the micros came out for the stock indices in May of 2019. I remember these days very well because these are huge turning points in markets. And now, since the pandemic, we've had the next turning point in the market. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of firms that will give you demo money that you can get paid on. I've never seen anything like it. And 99% of traders are going to fuck it up. So don't be in that 99%. Get the Prop Done Right book. Check out what we got going on here. Take your time. Establish, protect, and respect a daily risk budget. And you might start having results that are a little bit different than everybody else. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you're mentioning there are infinite ways to use options. I had been talking for almost a year and a half about having an options course on options on futures because I haven't seen that. I know Tasty sells some stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff out there, SPX, NDX, SPYs, Qs, all that stuff. That's fine. The main difference, of course, is with SPY, 10 contracts represents 1,000 shares of stock. Most people don't have the money or the margin to sell or buy 1,000 shares of SPY to trade around that position, right? So what do they have to do? Then they have to spread. Options on futures are fantastic because, so for instance, I do most everything I do in the treasuries, in the ZN. And for the life of me, for a retail trader like me, I don't understand why everybody that trades any treasury products doesn't only use options. You have a short signal, sell calls. You have a buy signal, sell puts. That's it. Because each contract represents the exact same and you're getting paid. Now, how does it go poorly? Well, obviously you don't make as much money if you sell calls. Whatever you bring in premium is the most amount of money you can make. But if it goes against you and goes up to the upside, what is it? You're just short at a price that you were already willing to be short at, and then you have to make a decision. Do I want to get a sign, trade around it, whatever? The other thing is if you're short a call and it's going against you, just buy the underlying. If you're short a put and it's going against you, just sell the underlying. Easy peasy. That's what Tom Sosnoff does. They never take a loss. You know why? Because whatever, if he has 100 contracts on, he can buy 100,000 shares of stock. He doesn't care. He can sell short 100,000 shares of stock and essentially just box that position or cover it, but everyone else can't do that. So instead they hedge and they have to use multi-leg options. You use a multi-leg option and you're using a spread that way. If you're short a spread, it's just cutting into your profits. With options on futures, you don't have to do that. You can just be pure short. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Remember, a couple ways to find out more about me and TDG, tradersdevgroup.com. And I'm going to keep promoting this thing because it's the first new piece of content I've created in 5 years since my Futures Fanatic Foundation course, which you can also get for free. And I'm hopeful that people will embrace some of this stuff and start doing these prop programs correct. All right. Stay green. Trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next broadcast. Appreciate it. Be good. Bye.